It's the most wonderful time of the year. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. E3 is just around the corner, and I am excited as can be. I'm a Wild Silas, and I have just appeared, and I am going to be releasing videos over the next few days in anticipation for this year's E3. Now, last year's wasn't the best, and let's face it, Nintendo kicked everybody else's ass. And this year, will we be seeing something different? Who knows? Will we be seeing something? And hopefully this will be better than last year's. I mean, everybody else pretty much shit the bed. But irregardless, I am going to be posting a few videos in anticipation, and I will be discussing each and every business that will be presenting at this year. And that's including Nintendo with their E3's Nintendo Direct. Let's face it, they're still competing with these guys, even though they're not physically at the event per se. I mean, they will be. They will be producing a World Championship, the first one in a long time, which I'm not opposed to. I'm perfectly happy with them trying to endorse any competitive gaming, but this isn't about that. This is about the presentations in themselves. And we'll get started with Ubisoft.
Hold up, wait a minute, there's a little duty in it.
Oh no. Okay, so Ubisoft has shit the bed a good, 2 years in a row, producing nothing but schlock and bad, glitchy-ass, unfavorable games that tend to destroy the market. Arguably now they are on par with EA in terms of scummy business transactions. And Ubisoft, they don't seem to be ready to experience any more of a boost. I don't know what's going on with them. Granted, all the research I've done, I've only come up with a handful of games that they expect to present, and none of them stand out to me. More or less anybody. Now we've got The Division, which Ubisoft was pushing super hard at last year's E3. It just seems like another third person. It looks like they're trying to redeem Ghost Recon. I believe that's under their name. I could be entirely mistaken. But it just feels like a revival of that, a very dry attempt at revitalizing third-person shooter, as opposed to, say, something like Star Wars Battlefront, which EA is trying to handle right now. The Division, every single video we've seen, supposedly is from real footage. Supposedly. However, I think a majority consensus for Ubisoft is that the footage is very rehearsed, very synchronized. And when I first saw the gameplay trailer for The Division, I at first was thinking to myself, these are all the characters talking to you, right? No, they were supposed to be gamers trying to be immersed in the fucking video game. And I was just here thinking nobody talks like that when they're on chat. Nobody's gonna say, "Oh, there's a Gamma 6. Yeah, I'm walking down tunnel. Seems clear. Area clear." There's none of that in fucking multiplayer games. And so I don't know what they're trying to push here. I mean, it looks sort of like it's supposed to be reminiscent of Gears of War, and to be honest, everybody is kind of getting sick of that style of game. And so with that in mind, I just can't see anything coming from The Division. Now, the other big name that they have lined up is Assassin's Creed Syndicate. And after Unity, I don't think people are exactly pleased to have a new Assassin's Creed on the way so quickly. I mean, granted, one would expect this one to be better than Unity, and hopefully it is. Hopefully it is. But I don't think it's going to be another Black Flag. It's going to play it safe. It's going to try to dive into like a realm, into Victorian London style areas, right? And the problem is that we already had one bad game released in that sort of style, which was Order 1886. And we had one entirely good game based off of that style, and that is Bloodborne. Now, maybe they're trying to push this whole year of Victorian age shit, but I'm not buying it personally. I mean, I'm not buying the game either, unless it gets like a whole bunch of praise, like it is the next Black Flag. But it doesn't. As far as I can tell, it doesn't look like that. It just looks like another Assassin's Creed. And we've already heard too many British accents from Assassin's Creed games as it is. So, it's a very problematic title for me. I don't think anybody is going to be super interested except for maybe the diehard fan base. And let's face it, the Assassin's Creed diehard fan base is like omnipresent. They'll be on top of just about every purchase of, at least when it comes to the major game. And that's not the end of the Assassin's Creed news, folks. There are two more games that have yet to come out, and that's Assassin's Creed Russia and Assassin's Creed India. And these are pretty fucking boring. I'm not going to sugarcoat it, folks. Like Assassin's Creed China was already released, and everybody who wasn't paying attention to release dates will be like, what the fuck is Assassin's Creed China? And it's all it is a 2D like Stealth Inc. style Assassin's Creed, and it's so bad. From what I've seen, from what I've heard, it's completely boring and unintuitive and nowhere near as great a scale as the mainline games, obviously. And that spells problematic for Ubisoft, because I've looked on a good 2 or 3, like 4 or 5 gaming sites, and literally those are the only games that they have available. I'm doubting that they will like find any success this year, because all of their mainline games, they're all unappealing to the main centralized non-casual gamer. And they may just try to push, I don't know, some kind of online service. I mean, we could expect a wild card from these guys. I mean, we can expect a wild card from fucking anybody in this E3, which is something that's more promising than last year. And so they don't seem to have anything else going for them, and that's why they're at the bottom of the list for me. I don't think that they're not big enough to the point to where I believe that they could pull out a wild card like a Ubisoft gaming console. Fuck me if they planned that to be the case. No, they're stuck in the dirt, man. Like, please let me know if you think that they will have anything in store for us outside of those 4 options. They're just so barren. They'll probably release a few trailers from some things that can be expected in 2016. Those could be the wild cards, but as for right now, they're dead in the water. I'm surprised they're even still going. Like, this is a major corporation. How do they only have these few titles, and all of them so unappealing to a lot of gamers out there? They're working hard to fuck up. Like, it's a race between them and Konami. Anyway, let me know what you think. I really hope that they pull something out good, because as much as I hate that company, when they pull something off, they blow it out of the water. It is hands down amazing. So that's all for now. Stick around, because my next video will be about those damn interesting fools at EA. So until next time, stay wild!